I got the hay bales loaded in the stock trailer, which means we are ready to go pick up the steers and bring them back home. That's what's going on today on Farmertylerranch.
That's about it.
I'm gonna go to...
This is the first one we're gonna get. Okay, guys. Easy. Hey. Wrong way. Oh. Take two. Patience paid off. We're gonna let these guys sit here while we go after the next load. First load is delivered. We're gonna run back up and get the second load. And I think for now, I'm gonna put these guys in with the bulls, just because I do have enough feeder space in there for them. And I do kind of want to keep them separate from the cows. But before I turn them out with the bulls, I want to get weights on all of them just to see how they did over the summer and figure out, you know, who the all-stars are, I guess, so to speak. I mean, I think I know who they are already, but the scale doesn't lie. So we'll see what we got. Well, load number two, not too bad. They're only 4, so it's a small load. I know when I brought them over here, I fit everybody on the same load. And I think that they're too big, though, to do that on the way home. So we probably could have got like 7 of them on one load and 2 on the next, but it just makes more sense to me to split those loads a little more evenly. Before we go, I thought I would show you guys Littles. I know a lot of people have been asking about him. And the steer pasture will be his permanent home. The people that own this land are just gonna keep him as a pet, which is, I couldn't think of a better future for him. And it's kind of funny because as we pull out of here this year, he is by far the smallest one here, but I think when we bring the load for next year, he might be the biggest. Looks like he's been getting in the cockleburs. He's got them all over his face, but he'll shed those off before too long. We'll see you in a few months. We got everybody home now, all safe and sound, all 9 of them. As I mentioned before, the plan is to put these guys out with the bulls, but I did want to get weights on them first. With these harvest steers, those weights probably matter more than they do with really any other class of cattle that I have. So let's see where these guys are at. Odds are I won't be harvesting all of them, so it's nice to know, or to start picking out which ones are probably going to go to the sale barn. It's as easy as that, I guess. First steer over the scale is 24.15, and he is coming in at 1,058 pounds. So there are 2 numbers here that we're looking at that we're most worried about, and that is the overall gain and the current gain. Overall gain calculates his average daily gain over his entire life, which would also include their sort of dip in weight gain that they experience right after weaning. So his overall gain over the course of his life is 1.47 pounds per day, which all things considered is not terrible. But better yet for this guy is that he had a current gain, which would be the gain from the time we sent him to the steer pasture until now, of 2 pounds per day. Not bad, buddy, not bad. Next is 2408. This is one of our solid red steers, one of 2, I think. I think there's another one that looks almost just like him. And he is coming in at 1,016 pounds. A little bit smaller than the last one, but still within 100 pounds. That's good. We like uniformity. His gain numbers are similar, but not quite as good as the last, the black guy back here. Current gain is 1.83 pounds per day. And overall gain over the course of his life, 1.36. $24.11, my other solid red steer, is 1,068 pounds, and his gain is similar to the other red guy, oddly enough. 1.78 pounds per day is his current gain, overall 1.47. Yeah, better pinch these guys down a little bit. Come on, turn around. Turn around. Next we got 2433. This is the nice thing about having the scale. You can look at him and it's clear that he's smaller, but by how much is difficult to tell. But the scale tells me, and it tells me that he is quite a bit smaller. He only weighs 822 pounds. His current gain isn't terrible. He was gaining 1.92 pounds per day over there. So he obviously started as a smaller steer. But his overall, over the course of his life, is only 1.08 pounds per day. So not spectacular, but you know, that's just what it is. Next we got this black steer, 2413. Nothing real impressive about him. 953 pounds, 1.73 current gain. Just one. Ah. 2414, obviously one of Rivet's guys. 1,034 pounds, current gain 1.91. This is a one at a time kind of thing. That tends to happen sometimes when you're weighing them. You'll get two of them on the scale and then it locks in that weight. Like right now it's saying 1,918 pounds. It's probably not right. Fortunately, they have thought of this, and there's a button that you can press to get it back to an accurate weight. This is 2417. Some of you might actually remember this guy. This is the steer when he was a calf. His mother was the cow that I've since gotten rid of that got the gigantic bag, and I pulled him out of the ditch down there in the middle field, and he was nothing but a bag of bones when I found him. Anyway, we ended up nursing him back to life, and here he is, and he's pretty much right on track with everybody else. 1,018 pounds, gaining current gain 1.79 per day. This actually is interesting to me because I wondered if getting that rough start like he did would have any effect on his growth long term, and now we know that it didn't because he's right on track with the rest of these guys. You remember me giving you a bottle? It seems like you don't. These last two, I suspect, are the biggest, especially this very last one that's not on the scale yet. Well, again, this is where having a scale is nice. 2412, this black steer, I thought he was one of the bigger ones. He only weighs 920 pounds, and his current gain is 1.72. So really, not the bottom of the barrel, but really quite average. Here we have 2407. He was the heaviest calf at weaning. He's always looked awesome to me. I'm like 99% sure he's going to be the heaviest one out of the group. And looks like I was right. He is 1,168 pounds. Current daily gain is 1.98. We'll call it 2 pounds a day. And overall, for the course of his life, 1.61. Anyway, you look at it, he is a nice looking steer. Overall, I'd say this group was fairly uniform with the exception of the little guy that weighed 822 pounds. And of course, the big dog that was almost 1,200 pounds. Just looking at the session stats for this, and we got 9 head, which we knew. The average pounds amongst all of them is 1,006, and the total pounds for all of them is 9,057. Well, I hope you found that interesting. I know when you start getting lost in the numbers, sometimes it's just, I don't know, not the greatest video, but I do like to put this information out there because I've not found a ton of resources that show what average daily gain is when steers are just out on grass. And this is mostly consistent with the numbers I gathered last year. These guys actually did a little bit better, and I wonder if that's got anything to do with the presence of Rivet's genetics out here or what, because the steers from last year would have been out of different sires. These guys were also at a different pasture, and most likely we're getting more to eat possibly than the year before. So there's a few factors at play here, but all in all, I would say these numbers are fairly consistent. So that's all we need from these boys today. Let's go ahead and put them out with the bulls, and I know I'm gonna need to fill up those feeders to accommodate everybody. But let's get them turned out first. And one more thing, quick little side note. This big steer 2407 is actually a full brother to number 12, which was the little blind calf that I had at the beginning of calving season. She's not, I don't think, ever going to be what he is, which is disappointing because when his mother had a heifer, I thought, oh boy, this is one to keep. But who knows, maybe next year. Well, isn't that funny? Yesterday when we brought the Bismarck bull home, Rivet and Little Boy knew immediately there was another bull. There was fighting and things got crazy. And now we turn the steers out and the two herd bulls don't even get up. I don't know how they know the difference, but they sure do. Or maybe the bulls are just too tired from fighting it out yesterday. Got them set up with a grass bale here. I think I will go grab a bale of triticale also. I know the bulls seem to show a strong preference for the triticale hay. I'm curious if these guys will be the same. I mean, I know that I'm no cow, but I really think those grass bales smell a lot better. We certainly know which hay Rivet prefers. He's reaching in here and picking it off of the top before I can even get the net off of it. Well, that pretty much says it all right there. We got everybody crowded around the triticale bale, and nobody really too concerned about that grass bale. So I guess to sum it up, a person could say that they won't starve on that grass hay. I mean, if that's all they've got, they will eat it. But there's definitely a strong preference to the triticale. Over the next couple of days, I'm gonna have to speak with some customers of mine and see how many of these steers are spoken for and how many are not. And the ones that aren't, I think we're just gonna take them down to the sale right now. I've got 3 more cows that I need to cull to keep a steady number, so between the 3 cows and however many steers I end up taking, I should have a pretty full load. But I think that is gonna have to wait for another video. Thanks for hanging out with me today, guys, and I hope I'll see you again on Farmer Tyler Ranch.